Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cliff. Today we're going to be working on a 2003 Honda Shadow. We'll be replacing both wheels, so I'm going to show you how to take off and install both wheels. So, take a look at the bike. Got spoked wheels. This guy's got some straight pipes. Cobra. This is chain driven. One thing is, be careful when you're lifting this bike up. The oil filter is kind of close to the bottom of the frame rail, so you got to be a little careful with that, alright? So, let's get started with this, alright? Alright guys, first thing we're going to do is, we're going to take a 14 mil. We're going to take out your brake, this little rod for your rear brakes. Take that all the way off. Sometimes you can. There we go. Take your spring out. Sometimes there's a washer back there too. And then take this little pin out. Set it up to the side. Now, there's a cotter pin on this bottom bolt here. Take that out. And take a 12 millimeter. Take that nut off. Push the bolt through. If it'll let you. It's stuck in there. There she goes. Now there's a hard washer, like a metal washer, and then a rubber washer. And then this bolt. So now that it's free, I believe, 22, is this? Oh, sorry, 24. Still grab the right one though. Take 24 millimeter, crack your axle loose. Make sure your axle's not spinning. If it is, there's a, I want to say, 17 mil on the other end to hold the axle. Okay. Take the nut off. Tap the axle through. Got to raise the bike some. There we go. Slide our axle out. We'll push forward. There's a spacer. I think, a little slider type spacer. Alright. And then the chain, we're going to roll it off. Roll the wheel back. So we can't take this out. And we're going to lift the bike up. Alright, that should be plenty of clearance. Take the jump and brake assembly out. And on, let's turn you around. On this side you got a spacer, and then you got a drive hub. Let's take that out. And then you got some cushion isolators. See how they're attached, and those ones were kind of broken, but no big deal. Alright, let's go ahead and do the front. Now on the front, what we're going to do is take our speedometer cable off, which is the Phillips. Dirty Phillips. There we go. That screw's usually not in there too tight. Pull it out. Take the cable. It's like an O-ring holding it in. Pull it out. And then our caliper's on by 2 12 millimeters. Ooh. Come off this side. Come on. Take a caliper. Kind of spread the pads open, make it easier to get off and on. There we go. Now let's go to the other side. This side we have, let's see, 6mm. Yes. Is this the right tool? Yes. Okay. We're going to take our 6mm Allen, loosen these up. Without dropping the bite. All right. You don't have to take these out, just gotta crack them loose. Oh. Alright, so this is a special front axle tool, unless you got a 17mm Allen. There we go. Take this out. My hand's totally in the way. Seems like it's. Oh, let me back you up. Make sure the bike's not going to take off on me. You know, because I got all this weight with the front wheel. If you take the front wheel off, it's not holding the bike. It's going to shift the weight. So you don't want this bike to kind of flip backwards on you. Okay. Now we got a spacer on this side. The other side is our speedometer pickup. So we'll change the tires, come back and show you how to put them on. Alright guys. Got the tires changed out. Now we're going to go, first thing you want to do is check your rotation. Rotation going forward. Arrows here, wheel goes that way. We can tell on this one because it's only one side of the caliper, rotor. So we're going to put, first things first, I'm going to turn my light on. Oops, too bright. There we go. I'm going to put my spacer in. You can see the old groove, so we'll try to put it back the way it came in. It came out. And then the other side with the Speedo, you see these two tabs. Get you closer. There's these two tabs, and then you see two tabs on there. They kind of mesh together like that. You stack them on top, they won't go in all the way. So you gotta, there you go. Then there's a little ledge right here, and there's a tab. Right there, and that ledge goes on the back side here. It keeps this from spinning. So let's back you up. Let's put this wheel in. Stick it off first. Oh, fell out. No worries. Straighten it out. Come on. Alright. Put this in. Make sure the tabs aren't hitting each other or stacked on top of each other. Come on, there we go. Now we need to get this started. We want to make sure that tab on the spacer, the hub, is on the back side of the tab on the fork. So that when it rotates clockwise, or I'm sorry, yeah, counterclockwise, I'm sorry, as the wheel goes forward here, so counterclockwise it hits it. So, got it behind it. You don't have to have it resting on it just yet. Get the axle in the other side of the other fork. Now, hear that? That's me hitting it. So, that's what you want. Then we'll take our 17 millimeter Allen. Push it in a little further. Tighten this thing down. Oh. There we go. Grab our 6 millimeter Allen. Now you start with the outside first. Now these don't have to be super tight. I think they're only like 12 or 15 foot-pounds. Tighten the inside. And then go back to the outside and retorque it. That's it. Let's go to the other side. Now, before you tighten that axle up, you'd want to spin this speedo hub till the tabs are hitting each other. Alright? Because if not, it'll be twisted too much and the cable won't be able to reach it. Brake pad's about halfway worn out. Put our caliper back. Ow. Alright, let's try that again. Put our caliper back in. Put our bolts, get them started. And as part of my other videos, drop stuff. 12 millimeters. Tighten them down. Now, I don't know if you can see it. It's like a slot. And then here, you're going to have a flat piece that goes in there. The way you line that up, stick it in there. They don't line right up. Get it started. Rotate the wheel. It'll spin that flat bar. There it goes. Popped in. Then take our Phillips screw. Now this plastic piece that it holds on to has already been broken, but if yours isn't broken, you don't have to tighten this down. You'll crack this plastic piece and all that stuff. Apparently these things don't come out all that easy. So let's give it a good snugging. Rotate are good. Pump the brakes up. Alright. Let's do the rear again. Check rotation. I can tell by the tread pattern. This is the brake side, which is on the right side. We're going in the correct direction. Let's put the drum in. Stop. Our drive hook. Put our cushions in first. Get my knee out of the way. That one there. There. Ta-da. Spacer right there. So we'll roll this thing in the bike. This bike's kind of doing a balancing act on my stand. It shifted a little bit when doing the front. So, be careful here. Just gonna slowly ease her down. I'm moving the wheels to make sure, like that. Feel like it. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go down some more. Oh, I know what I'm hitting. I haven't removed the front jack. Get out of the way. That's why. There we go. And down we go again. Take your time, no rush. Watch the bike, watch the jack and all that good stuff. Make sure everything's good. If you have a friend, have them watch the bike. Make sure it doesn't take off on you. Right now I got like a ratchet strap holding it, just in case it wants to go the opposite way. So, I'm gonna get this, let's line it up. Okay, I'm gonna kind of get this all situated. This tab here goes on the bottom. I'm gonna go on the other side here with the chain. Start at the top with the sprocket. Work your way around the sprocket, hit the chain, make sure it's fully engaged. It's best to leave the bike in neutral. Then, grab our two spacers. This one's got a slot cut out. It's got a little divot right there that this adjustment goes into. Now this one, the thicker side goes up against the drum. Okay. Grab our axle. I have to go lower the bike just a little bit more. Come on. Alright, let's try that. Leave that spacer out for a minute. Now, there's another spacer like this one on the other side, so go through that one. Got the spacer on the drive one. That going. The axle's right there. Put this spacer in. I think this, someone put this on backwards last. I think this big part goes up against the frame. And, I think someone put that on backwards. I think they did. The spacer on the other side's not wanting to go in, so I'm gonna give it some persuasion. I gotta raise the bike up. There we go. There's that. Now we got this spacer. Get it in. Our axle nut. We're just going to get this started. Now, I we'll do the brake spring first, brake lever first. Take your spring. Sometimes there's a washer that goes between this stop and the washer. Slide that on. I believe it's called a clevis pin. Slide that in. And we're going to fish the rod through that clevis pin. Let's turn this a few threads, get that hold it on there. Now on the back side of this tab, there's a pocket cut out to fix this hex. Okay? That needs to be in there. Alright. There we go. Now we put the rubber washer on first, then the metal washer. Like that. Now, there's a hole inside this bolt. There we go. There's a hole in the bolt. Make sure it's facing up and down for your cotter pin. Put your nut on. Take your 12 millimeter. This doesn't have to be super tight. It's small. Then if your cotter pin's still decent shape, you can reuse it. Bend it over. There we go. Then what I do with the brakes, get the bike up in the air. There we go. Leave one here. And I tighten this until the brakes just grab. Oh, I grabbed it. Now I'm going to back it off 2 or 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. This is how I prefer. It's not rubbing. When you push the pedal, it grabs. I'll check it when I ride it. So you can adjust this to how far you want to travel and all that stuff. But this nut has like a cup that goes around that clevis pin to keep it from rotating. Like, see, I can't rotate it. If there's enough pressure, you can do it by hand. That's how it lifts and then pops into place. Alright, just tighten the axle. And then we'll take this baby for a spin. Make sure your axle's not spinning on the other side. Also, we need to check our chain tension. What I do is I get it a little snug. You want about inch and a half of travel on that chain when you're at rest, lifting up toward in the center. Which we're good. Between the 2 sprockets is where you want to check it as best as possible. I think, yeah, we're spinning. And we need a 17. So grab a wrench, or a ratchet, socket, whatever. Hold the other side of the axle. Drop the bike. There we go. Ta-da. That's all. That's it. Take first spin. Make sure everything works. And yeah. There you go, guys. The 2003 Honda Shadow. Both wheels removed and installed. So, but it wasn't too hard. Just be cautious when you're lifting these bikes up. The very narrow frame, the bottom of the engine kind of protrudes below the frame a little bit. You have on the front part of the frame, there's like an oil cooler line, I believe. And then make sure you watch out for that oil filter as well. Okay. Other than that, it went pretty well. If you have any questions, comment down below. Try to answer as best I can. Give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, also, like I said, I'm thinking about doing other content, such as riding videos, working on small lawnmowers, and like riding lawnmowers and such. So, if you want to see more of this stuff, stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later, right? Adios.